I was adopted. No reason came in and you know you're adopted, just to see how I react. Well, I'm watching wrestling, he told me it was fake, but I used to watch Hulk Hogan, and Hulk Hogan, man, he was the best at this. He would go ahead, they'd be fighting, he'd be running across the ring, bouncing to the rope, come back and get caught in what is called a sleeper hold. They choking Hulk Hogan, they lift his arm up, and the arm would drop. And I'm like, uh-oh. Now, as a kid, you thinking it's a wrap for the Hogan, not Hulk Hogan, baby. I'm like, come on, Hulk, please, please. They lift the arm up again, and it drops. And I'm like, somebody do something. Hogan's about to lose the belt. And all of a sudden, they lift it up the third time, and I'm like, it's a wrap. He's weak, he's asleep, the eyes is in the rapid eye movement, and he lifted it up again, and it's like, yeah, and he get a little strength at the last second, and we go, he's alive. And for a kid, we got all excited. And yet, even though I would always think this is a wrap for Hulk Hogan, somehow he'll pull it together that third time before he gets counted out. And it's the same thing with us as Christians. We keep fighting until there's nothing else left. So same thing with our prayer requests. Lord, I need this. And if you don't do it today, I'm expecting it tomorrow. And if you don't do it tomorrow, open the door the next day. And I'm not going to get tired of asking. Lord, please do it. And so, a perfect example of that was a lady in our church who died of cancer. And she would get up and she would testify and say, I'm believing God for my healing, and if you don't do it, he's still worthy. And she went down testifying of how good God was. Not once did she give the enemy the glory. And our prayer life should be the same. It should be resilient. And so it shows, number one, that our faith is strong. And it also shows commitment. Commitment means you keep coming back over and over and over and over again. And this is the major flaw in humanity. It is very difficult to stay committed to anything. If you don't believe me, try dieting. Yeah, we all, every New Year's, for some people every week, they start a new diet. Every day, I'm starting my diet today. Tomorrow, I'm going to start it again. Somebody came to work with popcorn and ice cream, then so-and-so was about to leave and go out of town, they do a party. Yeah, it's tough. Man, today, I was doing good on my diet for the last 3 or 4 days. Enemy got defeated. I sat back, coached a volleyball game, I'm feeling good about myself, come back into the school, and our school, since we had to stay late, ordered La Rosa's. I ain't talking about just pizza. I'm talking about everything off of La Rosa's menu. I'm talking lasagna, I'm talking fettuccine alfredo, I'm talking the buffalo wings, I'm talking the chicken breast strips, I'm talking sandwiches, I'm talking cakes and ice cream, and I would turn straight into one of the fat boys who was like, I would do everything. I was in that mug straight up doing all kinds of fat boys, and you know that we're not like the fat boys, all right, and you know we're the fat boys. Yeah, the full-blown concert. And I felt so bad after I left out of here because I'm like, I was doing great. Yeah, got up today feeling good, eating oranges, looking at other people eating fat stuff, belittle, look at them. I'm eating all of that swine. As I eat my little peanuts and stuff, and then when it was my turn to resist temptation, I broke down and gobbled up everything. When I was eating, you probably would have heard the actual sound, gobble, gobble. Gobble, gobble. I really hear them gobbling. Yeah, that's how serious it was. And so commitment. Yeah, commitment is very difficult because it takes you constantly developing that habit, that behavior, to where it's second nature. And our flesh loves variety. It likes to say, man, I can't keep doing this. Trust me, a real strict diet is eating chicken, grilled chicken every single day. My friend is a bodybuilder, it's a female, and she eats 7 meals a day, grilled chicken, vegetables, and a half a sweet potato, and drinks 2 gallons of water every single day. I don't know how many ways you can prepare grilled chicken to where you can eat it 7 times a day. After a while, I'm coming up with some new stuff. I'm going to pour some bacon grease in this. There's only many ways you can do that. And she does it every day, and the results is incredible. I just don't have that level of commitment. I'm sorry. And so you see how it is difficult for the flesh to commit to anything. But when you pray and God says, I'm not going to give it to you right now. He's saying, are you committed? Can you continually come to me over and over and over again, even if it seems to not be working? So it now comes down to what is your level of commitment to what you need God to do for you. All right, what else? It shows patience. Nothing worse than a child that pouts because they can't get their way immediately or get what they want immediately. Now, I know not one of us in here wants to wait for anything. If you could become a millionaire right now, instead of graduating from college, getting a job, starting your own business, working 10 years at your company, working your way up through the chain, 45 years old, you finally get $800,000 a year. Or you can get it today at 22. How many of y'all would take that? Yeah. And drop out today. Immediately. If somebody dropped 50 million on y'all, like, scoop. Or you'll be the worst student ever coming in class. Hey, get up off the ground. No. My dad owns your company. Yeah, you become a huge brat because you got it easy. And so what happens is sometimes God says, I'm not going to give it to you. And you know, you don't understand this until you get a little mature, until you get a little older. When I was little, man, we couldn't wait for Christmas time. We broke into every possible hiding place that my pops had. All I had to do, I mean, we had it to a science where we brought batteries in and played with the toys, took it, the packaging off, taped it back, have fun. While my mom and dad was at work, we had to play with the toys and we put it back just neat and set it up there because we had no patience. We wanted it right then. And as you get older, you start realizing that patience is a virtue. And as a Christian, we have to also develop that principle. So now we meet the Lord and we fall in love with Jesus and he says, you're my child, and you say, you're my father, and you say, Lord, you told me I can ask anything, but he is not Santa Claus. He is not someone we can just say, poof, give me a brand new car, poof, give me a husband and a wife, poof, give me a house, poof, give me $1 million job, give me this and that. Sometimes he says, I'm not going to give you nothing until you learn patience, until you say, I will still remain loyal to you if you don't give it to me. There's principles that are taught when God does not answer prayers immediately. It is never an opportunity for us to go mad and roll on the ground, point the finger at God and say, you're not honoring your word. You know, that's not the objective. The objective is to say, Lord, even if you don't bless me, I will still give you the glory. And I will still be patient and committed to you even if I don't get it. It shows loyalty because we stay committed to the Lord even if he does not answer our prayers. Look at my man Job. He said, though you slay me, yet will I trust you. And what that is saying is this: no matter what you do to me or don't do to me, it does not affect my relationship with you. So if the Lord says, I will prolong your blessing or answering your prayers for 2 years, it doesn't make you say, well, you know what? I ain't going to serve you for that 2 years. So when you ready to answer my prayers, I'll be ready to serve. No, it's not like that. With God, it's like, I will do whatever I want to do, and I want you to remain faithful. Period. You know, dogs teach me so many lessons. Kevin loved dogs. I got to go see humans are not like dogs. Even if I have a little child one day, it will boycott me for at least 2 or 3 hours. It's going to take me going, come on, son, that's enough now. Come on, give me a hug. It's going to take, because I know me. My mom would whoop me. You think I was ready to give her some sugar? And she would make me do it. It would make me, she'd give me a spanking and ask me for sugar right after. And it was some bad, rotten sugar what I gave her, too. She'd tear me up. I'd be still stinging, welts all over me. And she'd, now come and give me some sugar. I'm going to go out and play. And that sugar would be bad. I go, outside playing. You know, and I really don't have a relationship with her no more. In fact, I'm so vindictive and mad about her whooping me, I try to get even in sly ways. I come sit next to her, and you know you can hit your mom, so you just touch her. And she knew what I was doing. I just touch her. She's like, I know what you're doing. And I put everything in that touch, like just touch. Put all my energy into it. Yeah, you felt that. Yeah, you know, so mad. And it took days sometimes for me to let my anger go. And it affected my relationship. Oh, when she was giving me stuff and buying me stuff and letting me stay up late, oh, we was tight. As soon as she didn't give me that stuff, now all of a sudden I want to go ahead and pout. I don't want to talk to her. I can roll my eyes, silly stuff like that. My dog Sophie, she is the coolest dog in the world. I'm convinced.